Look at this harsh, arid landscape. This is the Ixcualasto Formation in Argentina. If you were standing here 231 million years ago during the late Triassic, you would be looking at a dark, primitive, and highly hostile ecosystem. Back then, dinosaurs did not yet rule the Earth. The apex predators of this era were massive, land-dwelling relatives of modern crocodiles. The largest meat eater in this environment was Saurosuchus, a heavy, four-legged giant that dominated the local food chain. Among these massive reptiles lived Herrerasaurus. Measuring about 20 feet long and weighing around 770 pounds, it was a physical lightweight compared to the giant predators it shared the landscape with. To survive alongside giant crocodilians, it relied on a highly specific anatomical advantage, bipedalism. While its massive rivals lumbered around on all four legs, Herrerasaurus stood entirely upright on its hind legs. By lifting its upper body off the ground, it freed up its arms and drastically increased its mobility. Rather than relying on brute size, it survived by introducing a highly efficient physical layout that would eventually conquer the planet. Walking upright meant Herrerasaurus could run. Its hind feet sported 5 digits, but only the middle 3 carried its weight. This focused its kinetic energy, granting it the sheer speed and endurance needed to either outpace heavier threats or chase down fast-moving prey over long distances. Look at the forelimbs on this skeleton. The arms evolved into grasping tools with powerful hooked claws. It used curved serrated teeth to cleanly slice flesh, while a specialized hinge in the lower jaw locked onto victims like a biological bear trap. The ability to sprint on 2 legs, grab hold with hooked claws, and lock down with a hinged slicing jaw made Herrerasaurus a perfectly engineered, highly specialized Triassic assassin. This specific anatomical combination proved so effective in the Triassic that it set a biological standard for the next 160 million years. The core layout of Herrerasaurus, standing upright, grasping with free hands, and killing with a large, heavy jaw, became the foundational template for an entire group of dinosaurs known as theropods. Over millions of years, evolution took this exact frame and scaled it up. Long after Herrerasaurus went extinct, massive predators like Allosaurus and Giganotosaurus terrorized the Earth using the exact same underlying body design. You can clearly see that ancient legacy in this skeleton of a Tyrannosaurus rex. Despite the massive difference in size, the architecture remains nearly identical. Powerful hind legs for movement, reduced arms, and a massive weaponized skull. Herrerasaurus tested and proved the viability of the theropod structure. It provided the biological framework for the most dominant meat eaters in Earth's history. Fast forward 226 million years to 1993. Scientists at the InGen Corporation managed to recover Herrerasaurus DNA from ancient mosquitoes trapped in amber, successfully cloning the extinct animal for Jurassic Park. Dr. Laura Sorkin, one of the park scientists, believed the species would serve as a safe, manageable park attraction. Because the park's velociraptors had proven too difficult to handle, InGen assumed the supposedly less intelligent Herrerasaurus would be easier to control. The cloning process introduced distinct physical mutations. The cloned animals lacked the 4th and 5th fingers of their prehistoric ancestors, and their wrists were altered, resulting in hands that faced downward, a condition known as pronation. The resulting clones were a striking bright red with dark stripes. Defying InGen's expectations of a docile display animal, they operated as highly aggressive, intelligent pack hunters. In their attempt to engineer a safer corporate asset, InGen inadvertently bred a group of coordinated, fast-moving pursuit predators. When Dennis Nedry disabled Jurassic Park's security systems in 1993, a pack of 4 Herrerasaurs easily escaped their isolated Phase 1 enclosure on Island Nublar. Once free, their ancient adaptations kicked in, designed for endurance running, tracking survivors through the jungle, willing to pursue their prey over massive distances across the island. This pursuit culminated in a direct attack on park veterinarian Dr. Jerry Harding and his group. As the humans tried to escape using a dormant roller coaster called the Bone Shaker, the pack jumped onto the metal cars, using their grasping claws to scale the structure. The survivors fought back, barely managing to pry the predators off the coaster cars and throwing the entire pack down into the dense jungle below. The Herrerasaurus clones were entirely wiped out during the 1994 cleanup of the island. They remain a clear example of how millions of years of specialized predatory evolution will always outmatch an electrical fence.